What is going on, everybody? It is Jake back at it again, for another channeling, I believe. So I made a mistake by making that last video, so I took it down. To the people who commented and basically just supported me, thank you. And you guys were right. It was just basically, this is about positivity, so that was almost like bringing negativity into this channel, which there's nothing good, coming from that. And so, I'm not perfect. I'm human too, for the most part, just kidding. But basically, I let the negativity get the best of me, and I realized that. So I decided to take the video down. Nothing important, so whatever. But I just did a meditation about a half hour ago, and I think I know who's going to come in. I'm not sure, so we will see. So thank you for watching, and I will be back. Oh, and before that, so I don't forget, it's really cool. I had another vision last night, and so I was gonna make a video today about all the visions, but I talked too much, so I didn't know how much time it was gonna take, so I didn't do it. So I'm gonna set another time where I got an hour or two to do that. But I had one last night that was really cool. So part of Reiki is just learning kind of like the ways to go about it, and like how when you start, you basically ask for the power of the Reiki, and then I forgot how to pronounce it, because it has to do with the visions, like the Gestalt, I think, the Gestalt, and just asking for the proper healing, whatever is needed, and you're grateful, and you're thankful to be able to help this person or whatever you're helping with the energy. And I had a vision last night that like me and then a whole bunch of other people, we were like on a ship or a different dimension or something, but they were asking like if you feel you've been doing everything correctly so far, raise your hand. If you feel like this ascension is going as planned, raise your hand. And then all these other weird questions I'm trying to remember. So in that video that I'm going to make, if I remember more, because I'm going to meditate on those, obviously, I'll see what's going on. But it was weird. It was like a whole bunch of like, I just assume light workers, I don't know, whatever. But it was almost like we go to sleep at night, and then I know there's different times and all that, but it's like we connect on the astral, and then it's like almost like how like we're the ground crew or whatever, bringing this stuff out. It's almost like everyone was like, some people were coming together and kind of having a review of how things are going on right now, and all I'm getting is a Pleiadian energy from that. So that's pretty awesome. That's really cool. And I don't know why, like I said, I feel it's a Pleiadian. I could be wrong, but that's what I feel. And then I'm getting the images of them. So I think that's that. But I just wanted to say that because after the channeling, I don't want to forget. So my bad. Thank you guys. Hello. This is Sitting Bull, spreading my healing words and energy once again to this beautiful planet, this planet that I'm so very proud of. Back during the times of the Native Americans, just where I'm from. We were one with the land. We were one with spirit and animals, and we knew our place, and we knew how everything worked in a divine nature. And it's such a disappointment to see now the divided people and how the earth is broken in many aspects. Not physically, but the connections of the consciousness are scattered out, and you are not all feeling one. Back in my times, I was a channeler, I was a healer. I actually connected to many of you, people who consider themselves starseeds. I connected to you in your past forms. And that is for you to discover, for you will find a great treasure in that. Like I said, we knew our place with this planet and with the animals and the spirit, and we connected and understood what we needed to do. But nowadays, it is all about service to self and not service to others and service to the whole, which you could look at it like that. Yes, there were wars, and many peoples came to our territory and tried to take it. And even though we had to battle and lose in most of the aspects, we did not go around before that spreading war. We went around spreading peace. We went around spreading unity. Even with other tribes and villages, we came to an understanding. We came to an agreement because we saw the bigger picture. Many humans saw the bigger picture. Yes, it is true that in the future there will be a collective of some sort. You will look at each other as a unified collective. And you'll carry out very important things, like you will not want to hurt one another, for it will hurt yourself. Many have said that, but that needs to be said because people are listening but not feeling. And these channel messages should truly come from the heart and reach into the heart of others. We ask of you to connect more to your nature and connect more to your animals in a more respectable way, because you are all one in this together. And if humanity keeps going down the road of taking and taking and taking, and thinking that is all there is to it, then there will be nothing left, and you already have started to take from each other. My grounding energies are always with you. And one more thing also, this you may find interesting. Many of you are going to start moving towards places you are not sure of why. But many of you are deciding to go back home. Yet it may not be the home in this life, but your past lives are all connected and talking to you. Many right now, they are talking to you because you need to continue an experience that the soul and the spirit desires. So as they say, spirit drives you. And we see that working. That is all for now. And we send our blessings and our love to you. Connect to the animals, for many of them are us. Blessings. Oh, yes, greetings and hello. I hope you people are doing great. Yes, I am not somebody that you are aware of, but I believe in your future, as you like to call it, during your times on Earth. I believe in your future. I will make myself more known and come in when there is insight I can give you. My name is John. People call me Johno. I am the past relative of Jake, believe it or not. Yes, he was conscious channeling me before he realized he was channeling, and many of those sessions were recorded but not put in public for fear of validity and fear of whether he was questioning basically whether this was all inside his head, and he actually had to reach out and get clarification because he is not very good at having the confidence, because he does not have much feedback, if you put it. When you cut yourself off from society, you tend to go along that path. That happens. But he isn't getting much support. But that is not what I'm here to talk about today. 2 points that I feel need to be said because there's curiosity that I'm able to read from many people, from many individuals. And to sum it up, there are 2 points that I would like to get across that will be healing for some on their journeys. One is, what happens when you pass over? What happens when you transcend into the higher dimensions? Oh, what a beautiful question, probably the most asked question. Whether God exists, which he does inside all of you. But there is an oversoul, but you do not always go straight to the oversoul. Usually, and many have recorded this, usually there are loved ones that reach out to you that know, they are notified, if you will, of your passing, and they come to greet you, they come to welcome you back into the true reality and nature of things. From there, it is up to spirit. Because you are connected to your higher selves here, but not fully, it does take some getting used to when you pass over, because there is that driving force of the higher self that you come back in unity with, you unite with. So in the same sense, when you pass over, spirit does drive you. Spirit does move you to certain places. And many choose to go back and experience past lives. Many do have a sort of spiritual stress disorder, panic attacks that they need to get much healing and grounding and support before they can move on. For living here in this 3D life is so complicated and has much troubles and brings much pain, but through this pain and through all of this negativity, you do grow, and that is the whole point. I do not need to talk about spiritual evolution because most of you are aware of that, and that is for another day. And you do not always need to reincarnate. Yes, many beings do reincarnate. There are many souls, the majority of souls actually come back and have that plan that they've been working on from their past life. So once you get there, you already have a picture of what you are trying to do in the next life, what you are missing in your chart of growth, and what you need to improve on. For you still impact the whole, for we are all one, even when we are even more in the oversoul or in the higher dimensions. Many choose to go back, but many do not. You can also improve yourself and improve the spiritual growth through other things, and that is what I am currently doing. I am actually helping out with Agartha as we speak. And many of you are actually going to Agartha and supporting the Agarthan energies to help her grow. I see that right now many beings are going straight there. They're also being asked to. For the Great One does speak to you in a clearer sense. Yes, there is still, you have separation on your third dimension, but you are still not completely unified with the consciousness of God once you pass. You are, but you aren't. I cannot explain that in a linear perspective. So for now, we will just keep that on the low. But you can also improve yourself spiritually by going back in time and experiencing many things. You can go back and look at your past lives. You can be a guide, which is what I'm also doing. That is mainly what I'm doing in Agartha. I'm being a guide for many, and I am bringing much healing energies, and I'm bringing people to Agartha, and I'm bringing Agarthans actually to you to connect. Being a guide is a wonderful thing, and being a guide, you learn many things. It makes you want to come back to this world. Do not think that we look at you from the perspective that you see yourselves. For that is the great trick in the third dimension. We do not see that. We do not see you and think, oh, this is so frustrating. We are so happy we are back here. Not at all. We are seeing everything you are doing at once with your divine plan and your Akashic records, which you are writing. But we learn from you and we see it from this other perspective. You learn much more from this perspective. No matter what you do, there is no need to worry. Everything you do, every action you decide to take is healing in some form. And is such beautiful work by the Great One. For once you understand the higher dimensions, you start to see the great work of God as the internal system inside all things. Because all things are living. You never stop living. It was hard for me to understand how the spiritual side works once I passed over. And it wasn't abrupt, and it was a very negative passing over, but the clarity and the support and the energies are always here on this side, and they will always be there to help you on your side. Now that I know what I am doing, what I must do for now, I will continue my work, and if there is any information that I can give to you, beautiful people, as I always love to look at you. Yes, when I was here, I traveled to many countries. I taught art. I taught children. I saw the different cultures. I see the beautifulness with the dividedness, with the separation and without. I see the beautifulness in all of you. And I will be back one day to assist. But for now, I must go. Peace be with you, my friends. This is Johno. I give you my blessings. Thank you. Thank you for that. Wow. That was very uplifting. I definitely feel like that was uplifting. Feel very grounded, feel very like things are okay, which is good. It's always good to feel like that, man. Absolutely. So alright guys, I might be back tomorrow, I'm not sure. I didn't know if I was gonna do this channeling because tomorrow I have to go with my mom and put her dog down. So it's going to be a very sad day. I mean, yeah, she was my dog too. She was kind of the family dog, and then, everyone grew up and moved out, so it's like I don't see her as much. But, she was still, I picked her out with my first girlfriend ever, so that's how long ago it was. Long time ago. So, yeah, I thought about messaging her and actually being like, hey, just so you know, like, we have to put mugs down tomorrow, but it's like, that'd be such a bad idea, because she's, like, married and has kids, and I'm not even going to bother with that kind of stuff. But it's just going to be a sad day tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm going to be back tomorrow. If not, I'll probably be back Saturday, so we will see. I'm going to go over and give Mug some Reiki tomorrow, because I've really been giving her, like, Reiki and healing energy, and I can actually see inside her when I do it. I see what's wrong. Like, when I was there about, like, 4 days ago, I was checking out Mug's, and she was doing really bad. She's a small basset hound. I forgot, I think she might be, like, 8 years old, something like that. I don't know, 8 or 9, something like that. But anyways, so I was working on her, and I was giving her the Reiki, and I had my crystals and all that. And I saw an image of almost like a bruised stomach. Like she had a bruised stomach. And then my mom told me that in the past, so today was the 5th day, I guess. She can't eat. Her stomach is in pain. It gets bloated, and then it's not bloated real fast. She'll look one day like she weighs a certain weight, and then the next day she'll look like she gained like 10 pounds. And Basset Hounds are really small dogs. But basically, I saw like a bruised stomach, and then I saw her kidneys just like failing, and it was really not a good picture. So I gave her energy. So basically, after 5 days, if your dog does not eat or drink anything, then you legally have to put them down. But it's like, we don't want her obviously to suffer. So it's a good thing. And a couple months ago, we had to put down the other Basset Hound we had, Molly, who was going to be in the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest living Basset Hound in history. She was going to be 17 or 18 years old. And for a Basset Hound, which they're supposed to live to like 9 or 10, 17 or 18, like, oh my God. But we had to put her down. And then my first dog, Buddy, we put down a while ago. I have his urn in my room, but I've actually had visuals of them, of Buddy all the time. I mean, before I connected to the spiritual stuff, I would have dreams of him, and that was kind of like, a way I just didn't understand at the time. But yeah, I mean, so I know I'm going to be seeing Muggs, so I told my mom, and she started crying, and I was like, oh man, like I probably shouldn't have said that, but I was like, yeah, like in the future, I'm going to be able to see Muggs, and I'll be helping you at your house, and she'll pop in and probably say hi, and I'll be able to tell you, she's there. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be having a conversation, but I get images, so it's really cool. So yeah, I'll probably be back Saturday. We'll see how it goes. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So, alright guys, take care. Peace.